Have you ever wondered why the person driving the Mercedes might actually have less money than the guy next to them on the MRT? Hmm, sounds backwards, right? But stay with me, because this is one of those things nobody wants to admit out loud. Let's talk about a normal Singaporean. Let's call him Wei Jie. 28 years old, works in the CBD, pulls in a decent salary, maybe 4,500 a month. On paper, he's doing fine. Better than fine, actually. But here's the thing. Every month, almost nothing is left over. Not because he's poor, because of what he bought last year. A car. Not because he needed one, the MRT stops 2 minutes from his office, but because, well, everyone around him seemed to have one. Colleagues talked about their weekend drives. Clients noticed what you pulled up in. So he got one too. That's it. That's the whole story, right? Except it's not. Because that one decision is now quietly eating almost $1,000 a month. Loan, insurance, parking, petrol, ERP, every single month before he even touches his salary. And here's what's strange. He doesn't feel rich. He feels stretched. Okay, so why does this keep happening to smart, hardworking people? There's a term for it. Economists call it lifestyle inflation, but I like to think of it differently. Picture an escalator. The moment your income goes up, your spending quietly steps onto that escalator too, and it just keeps rising alongside you. You never actually get ahead. You just get comfortable at a higher altitude. New salary, new phone. Bonus, business class seat. Promotion, condo instead of HDB. Each step feels justified in the moment. Nobody wakes up and says, I want to stay financially stuck forever. It happens quietly, one upgrade at a time. And in Singapore, this escalator moves fast because everyone can see everyone else's life. The condo photos, the Bali trips, the omakase dinners on Instagram stories. There's this unspoken scoreboard and nobody wants to look like they're losing. But here's where it gets interesting. What if the scoreboard itself is the problem? Let's do something uncomfortable. Let's actually look at the real cost of luxury. Not the price tag, but what economists call opportunity cost, which just means what else that money could have become. So let's say instead of that car, Wei Jie invested that $1,000 a month into a simple portfolio. Nothing exotic, just broad market ETFs growing at a modest 7% a year, which is roughly the long-term historical average for global equities. After 5 years, around $70,000. After 15 years, over $300,000. Now pause on that for a second. $300,000, sitting quietly, growing on its own, while he sleeps, while he's at work, while he's doing absolutely nothing. That's the hidden price of luxury. It's not the bill you pay today, it's the wealth that never gets the chance to exist. And this is where most people misunderstand the whole idea of luxury completely. Because luxury isn't actually the problem. The problem is what luxury is being used for. See, there's a difference between buying something because you love it and buying something because you need people to see it. One is enjoyment, the other is performance. And performance is expensive because it never actually satisfies you. It just resets the bar higher. Think about it. You get the car. For 2 weeks, it feels amazing. Then it's just normal. So the mind starts looking for the next thing that will make you feel like you've arrived. That's not lifestyle. That's a treadmill. Now here's the part that surprises most people. The wealthiest Singaporeans, the ones with real, sustainable wealth, often don't look wealthy at all. You've probably walked past them at the hawker center. Simple clothes, ordinary car or no car. Kopi O, not artisanal coffee. But quietly, behind the scenes, their money has been working for decades. Investments compounding, CPF steadily building, assets growing in the background while their lifestyle barely changed. That's not because they're cheap. It's because they understood something early, that money spent on appearance disappears, but money invested in ownership multiplies. So here's the shift. The real question isn't, can I afford this? It's, what does saying yes to this cost me somewhere else? Because every dollar can only go in one direction. Either it goes toward looking successful today, or it goes toward becoming genuinely secure over the next 20 years, rarely both. And look, this isn't about never enjoying nice things. That would be its own trap, depriving yourself completely, feeling like money only exists to be hoarded. That's not the goal either. The goal is intention, buying the things that genuinely add value to your life, not the things that are simply visible to other people. So, what does this actually look like day to day? It might mean keeping the car you already have a little longer. It might mean choosing the HDB now and revisiting the condo later, once your investments have had time to grow. It might mean spending on the holiday that actually brings you joy while skipping the handbag that was really about being seen at brunch. Small shifts, repeated consistently, that's the entire game. Because wealth in Singapore isn't usually built through one brilliant decision. It's built through years of ordinary decisions that quietly avoided the escalator everyone else stepped onto. So let's go back to Wei Jie for a second. What if, instead of the car, he'd taken the MRT for a few more years, invested that $1,000 a month instead? By the time he's in his mid-40s, he wouldn't just have savings, he'd have options. The option to change jobs without panicking, the option to retire earlier, the option to actually choose his life instead of just maintaining it. That's the real luxury, not the one people can see, the one that quietly gives you freedom. So here's something worth sitting with. The next time you're about to buy something because it feels like the successful thing to do, pause just for a second and ask yourself who you're actually buying it for. Because the price on the tag is never the real price. The real price is every version of your future that money could have built instead. And the good news, you get to choose that, starting with your very next decision.